Welcome, Cancer Leo, to your February spiritual reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. All subscribers, anyone new, welcome, welcome. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Straight into your spiritual reading. These are for spiritual growth and healing. Message. Coming out is release. This first says with release there will be change, being that that is a number 5 over there. Okay, let's see what's going on. So, talking about the release over here, this will bring in some kind of change for you guys. Remember that you are surrounded by, when you are surrounded, by negativity, it is important to find ways of releasing it. You may not comprehend the huge effect this energy has on how you are feeling. One immediate way to release unwanted energy is to imagine it being washed away as water runs over your hands or your body. Running water clears and transforms your energy. That's why I always say bubble baths, showers, things of this nature, because water is very good and very cleansing. Another approach for cleansing unwelcome energy is to take a sea salt bath or use a paste of sea salt and water as you scrub in the shower. I never use sea salt or any of that. I just use regular water and just take a regular bubble bath myself. Or I like to imagine when I am standing in the shower that I'm standing under a waterfall. I don't know, there's just a purity to it. It just feels very pure. So using your imagination is a good thing. You can also, if it gets really, really bad and you do feel like it's really surrounding you, burn sage, right? Lavender, I use a lot of lavender. Okay, all of these candles, always inside this here is lavender. Okay, lavender keeps negative energy away. They do not like lavender. And that's for heavy duty energy, you never know. And we are doing tarot, you never know, right? So I make sure that all negativity stays out. And then, of course, burning sage, lavender. There's other ones. Okay, so, you know, choose what you like, right? And some people don't like sage. So lavender is a very great smelling candles and things of this nature, oils and stuff to use if you don't like smell of sage. Some people are even kind of allergic to it as well. So if you don't want that heavy duty stuff, you don't have to do that. But remember, sage also can come in candles now too. I also have a few of those as well where they have sage in them. But if you don't like this, you know, those smells, you can always go for the lavender. Is a great one. For a few minutes and feel it lift away with low energy. If it's just simple, just light a few candles that, you know, that are white or certain colors, and just allow it to immerse itself as it burns away the negative energy. Okay, so it's not anything that has to be 100. I'm just saying, if it's real dark energy though, my friends, yes, use lavender, use sage, something that actually releases anything that's really, if we're talking about attachments, right? Because it is talking about that as well, which, you know, it's not just talking about negative emotions, it's talking also about anything that might be, you feel like we'll just go there, right? My house is haunted, you know, and it feels like they're kind of attaching to me. Then you're going to really want some sage, okay? Lavender is not really going to do a whole lot on that one. It'll help push back, but it's not really going to release, okay? Let's just get that straight. You're going in that area. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hey, sometimes it gets that bad though, right? Okay, let's see what we got going on over here. Myrrh, that was the other one I was trying to think of. They burn that in the church. Catholic churches use myrrh to release any negative energy, so they don't have any negatives around the church. That's what they're swinging back and forth, my friends, is myrrh. Okay. burning that myrrh. Okay, here we go. The moon says, step up and take the lead. Do not allow the negativity to, you know, overwhelm you, my friends. Do not allow these thoughts or I'm just going to bring in the entity area here because I literally, the card said it. So you know, I don't usually bring that up very often. Everybody knows I don't bring that up often, but if the card's going to bring it, let's take it, right? It's literally talking about, could be an entity that's actually, you know, attaching itself to you. You know, you need to release that because then you can feel like you're overwhelmed because you have some kind of, you know, bringing in some kind of obsession within you. You might feel like you have some kind of attachment, right? Attend to all the details, making sure that you understand the situations, though. It's going to make you step back, look at what's going on, you know, and saying, okay, well, you know, if I continue with these negative things, it's not going to do anything for me, right? It's just going to keep me down, keep me out, keep me in, you know, the shadows of something, you know, not allowing me to be who I am or to take what, you know, the steps forward that I really need to be, because maybe now I'm hiding out or however it is. And if you really do believe that you're oppressed by an attachment of a entity, right, then you're definitely going to have to look at that from a different point of view and say, why am I this way? Do I actually have an oppression? Is there something really sitting on me, you know, that's not just in my mind, but literally something attached, right? And then we're going to have to do what we need to do. Burning incense is also good. I mean, this is real stuff. These things do exist. This isn't some pretend fantasy world. You know, darkness does exist. Entities do exist. Oppression is real, right? And if you get yourself into a lower frequency of so much negativity, you really release that, and it's almost like you're allowing the attachment to come because they're saying, oh, you got your guard down. Oh, you're in a negative point. Oh, you've opened up that gate, right? So, you know, real life facts over here. Speak your world into being. Speak your world into being. Meaning now you're going to have to open up and you're going to actually have to say, whoa, no, absolutely not. No, because now you're going to have to do everything for yourself. You're going to have to open it up. You're going to have to take your intentions back. You're going to have to open up everything that you need and really speak with your throat chakra, with your intentions, and really getting your vitality back. And then saying, okay. But there's also going to be this thing where you're going to have to use a little intuition to say, what is it that's really affecting me? Is it just this one circumstance? Has this one circumstance actually become darker than what I want it to be? Is there actually something around me that I need to actually start, you know, breaking out the black salt? Or do I have to, you know what I mean? Do I need incense? Do I need sage? Do I need some lavender candles and sage and this and that? And maybe, oh my God, my house is haunted. I need a priest. You see what I'm saying? So we have to understand, like, this is a general reading. So people are dealing with all kinds of different kinds of things. So whatever your situation is, remember, you are in control of the situation. You release it. You speak it. You put the power in there. Put your armor on, my friends, and speak your truth of sword. Sword that shit, dude, right? Sword it. Why? Because it's you who's in control of the situation. So when the times get too cloudy and the times get too rough, you need to stand back and say, the only reason the crap keeps hitting the fan is because I have not done anything yet, right? I need to speak up and tell them what I expect and tell myself, this is what I need, right? And then you're going to ground yourself, and then your spirit guide's going to be like, woohoo, right? And your higher self is going to be like, yes, finally. Finally, here we go. We're going to interconnect over here. And your spirit, your guide is waiting. Your higher self is waiting for you to take control because they're not in control of the situation. You are from a human side. So they're just waiting. They can give you dreams, though, about it, right? I'm sure there's many of you that are like, but I've seen this, and they've told me here and there and there and here. That's what dreams are for your higher self to be able to 100% communicate with you, because we don't all have psychic gifts. We don't all have the understanding of hearing. And even if you do have the understanding of hearing, it doesn't mean that you are always, look guys, you guys are psychic. I have a lot of psychics on here. You know for a fact, psychics need psychics. We don't, for our lives, because we're not allowed to have all the messages. If we did, we'd be perfect. Right? If we did, we'd be perfect. And that's just not the way it works. We have to be like everybody else. So as a psychic, I get to tell you, and as a psychic, you get to come back and tell me. Right? And for everybody else, they're like, well, I have to get it through dreams. You know, it's okay, because I do too. I only get, you know, my intuition can only tell me so much. Yep. And it gets frustrating. Of course it does. Oh my gosh, it gets frustrating because it's almost like you're kind of blinded by the situation at the time because it is overwhelming. It puts you into this sad place because it feels like I'm stuck here and I don't know how to do this. But, you know, Spirit wants you to understand through the spiritual growth, you're going to learn to release. You're going to learn to release to reawaken. Man, I'm telling you, if we had another card, it would be number 7 would be reawaken. Because that's exactly what it's going to do. You're going to reawaken to release. And then once you, or you're going to release to reawaken, one or the other. Maybe it's 2 in 1. Maybe it's like you reawaken to release. And then kind of like reawaken in a different kind of state. So attending to the details, this is where you're going to, and I feel like the attending to the details, I do feel like there is kind of an awakening in that area, because that's where you're going to say, well, okay, well, that's how it is. See? Because this is where the hope's going to come back through, and it's going to be kind of this awakening area here. So I'm going to say it's going to be an awakening to release to completely 100% almost reawaken, because you're going to understand. There's going to be this huge understanding once you actually do so. Yeah, because you're saying I'm not complying with my soul and myself. There's like a separation between soul and self because the soul says no, and then you're saying I'm staying here over here where the clouds are. And your soul saying, no, I don't want you to do that, because you're separating yourself from what your goal and your destiny is and the overall growth. So I need you to wake up. I just keep hearing this kind of wake up. It's a different, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of wake up to understand that this can hold you back. Yeah, that it keeps you wanting some cup that you're having a hard time getting to. So you have to let it go so that you can, and release it so that you can get back to the divine essences in yourself. Yeah. And then that will be another wake up, right? Because it's going to cause that transition. So I guess that's what it is. It's kind of like a reawakening to release, to have transition, which is another kind of wake up. So yeah, I'm going to say that. And definitely, because right now you feel like you're kind of wasting your time, or like you're wasting your energy, and it feels like you're low in energy. But it does feel like once the transition comes, then it's going to feel it, because you're going to feel whole again, because that's where the 2 of Cups, the soul and the human body, come back together to be transformed into one, so that way you can feel like you're energized and back to where you need to be, because the perception is going to be different, because you're going to say, oh, because I've been holding myself back because I'm allowing all this stuff to happen, but not really perceiving why there's this cloud. So really throwing that away to get the 9 of Cups, and there's going to be this overall achievement. And this is for yourself. It's self-gratitude and feeling like you have the self-love and the self-gratitude coming back towards you. And you're going to have this real woohoo moment also. And it doesn't matter if you're taking back the house from an entity. It doesn't matter, because you're going to get rid of all of that. Because once you awaken to the understanding of whatever it is, you know, it don't matter. You're going to have this woohoo moment. And definitely, because you're going to work hard, but you're also going to focus on what needs to be focused on, as you are putting all your energy back to where you need to have. And then you'll be able to take back control of the situation. Okay. And then, whoa, traveling towards the blessings. And then you'll have this chariot coming flying through for you guys in whatever ways you need to have coming back towards you. So definitely, like I said, the 5 is a huge change in the way that you're perceiving things and looking at things. So it'll help you release that. Okay. And getting over here. You can spend time with animals. Just having their energy, because they don't carry negative energy. They only carry positive energy, because they're pretty, I'd say, like, kind of neutral in the universe, because they don't really have, because they only use natural instincts. They don't have any other way of looking at something. There's no such thing as really evil, right? There's no such thing as an evil animal, because they only run on instincts. So when you're doing that, they're as positive as can be. So you will feel the energy around you changing, as you're spending time with your dog, your cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sometimes your cat might seem evil. Or that dog might be evil or act evil when she's eating your socks and shoes. But, you know, and that cat could be evil too, you know, because I don't know, there's something about cats, you guys, and I don't know, you know, they still, they no matter what, they do know how to get back at you, right? So you're like, you sure that cat ain't evil? It's just natural instincts no matter what. So no matter what, they're always running on higher vibrations. And in fact, their vibrations are always a little higher than our own. And that's because they don't carry any evil, negative. Okay. So you want to do that. And then, of course, soak in a bath, which is my ultimate favorite, which we already spoke about in the very beginning. So we're not going to go there again. And then the alone time. And the alone time is actually going to be the alone time for their reawakening, so that you can actually start looking at things from a different perspective. Because if you know that things are going on, you might not even want to be really 100% speaking about it with anybody else except for your higher self and the divine. And that would be a very good thing. You don't always want people to know. And make sure that you're always giving back the positive affirmations to yourself, telling yourself that you are loved, that you don't deserve this. I will have better things. Once you start releasing, the positive love of self will start rising. And the more you keep telling yourself you are beautiful, you are healthy, you are this, you are that, and believing this, don't just tell yourself that and think this is nonsense. You are here for a reason. You are eternal. You are grateful. You are worthy, just like everybody else, and be very brave. And the more higher that you keep telling these things, you can't allow the darkness to stay, because it starts bringing in the light. Ooh, where the light it has to go away, right? Or the darkness has to go away. Sorry. My water bottle popped at that same moment. It kind of threw me off. As soon as I said the darkness needs to leave, it said pop. So it kind of threw me for a whirl there, and I lost my track of thought. Sorry, guys. But yeah, and it will start bringing in that light, and where the darkness cannot stay anymore, whether it's just negativity within yourself or actually within your area, right? Okay, and that was for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.